form's been a little bit iffy again. We can't seem to, a big long stretch there, and then we've gone a little bit off the rails again. But today we have our last two group game Champions League. That's a weird mouthful, but you know what I mean. The last two games in the Champions League group phase. Hopefully we can do enough to qualify and skip that knockout phase. Woody here, welcome back, episode 95 of Oldham to Home. And yes, things have been a little bit iffy. We sit third in the Premier League. Couple of dodgy results, but we're still up and around. It is very tight at the top of that table. So before we get into it, guys, I just want to ask you, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you could, it would mean a lot. Trying to get 400, you can make that happen. And don't forget to hit like, push the video out to more people. As you can see, it is very, very tight here at the top of the table. We've got Man City in fourth, fifth even, and they are 2 points off of Tottenham in first. Arsenal and Newcastle have a game in hand, so it is very, very congested at the top of the table here, which could lead to an interesting title race. We had a great 2-1 win over Aston Villa, a very good Aston Villa team, mind you. We then had a bit of a capitulation against City. We were down 3-0 at half-time, then 4-0, and we rallied a bit. And I thought we might make a comeback, but it was just a bit late in the game, and it was a disappointing loss. We then really, really struggled to get past Leeds United, them scoring at the almost last play of the day. Once again, just conceding a late goal has cost us there. A good 4-0 win over Crawley Town in the FA Cup, pretty straightforward there, and a 2-2 draw with Liverpool in the league as well. So just a little bit at the moment. We just can't seem to, obviously apart from this one here, seems to be some little fits and bursts. Like we started off really good, a little bit of a downturn of form, good. So I'm hoping now for a good run of form and then possibly a downturn at the end of the season and everything goes to pot. But today we're going to face Lille and Malmo in the Champions League. Now, we may face Brighton. It depends if the game against Lille here qualifies us in this top 8. We are 8 at the moment. Everyone else above us has qualified, but I guess that will depend on if Celta Vigo and Inter win their games as well. I wonder who they're playing. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this. They're playing Celtic, which you would expect them to win, and Celta Vigo are playing Man City. So we may need that Malmo game to qualify, but the good thing is Lille are 29th in the league and Malmo are 31st, so both haven't been in the best of form. A couple of transfers that have already come in January. Let's have a look at those two players at the moment. Now we've got one on loan from Real Madrid, and we bought in Seaman. We bought in some Seaman. Yep. Patrick Seaman is a defender, defensive midfielder, right back, right midfielder even, but probably a right back or a centre back here. Slovakian, 4 caps already for the national team, was being chased by a host of other clubs. Already played 50 games for Dunajska Streda. Nailed it in Slovakia there, but we've got him in. Looks really good, breakthrough prospect. I know I've said this the last season, but you still buy these players, you still see them, and you still want them. And that's what happens. Another player we've brought in is Englishman Corey McEwen from Real Madrid. Now, he can play midfielder. I'm probably going to try and utilise him as that shadow striker. I feel like it's a bit of a problem for us recently. England international, 25 years old, can also play down the left-hand side, so quite versatile there. We picked him up on loan from Real Madrid after pretty solid 5 odd years there as well. He was transfer listed, which was great for us. So we picked him up on loan. We do have the option of a future fee of 91 million for him. But, like I said, last season, let's just try and push it. He's played 1 game in the Premier League for a 6.7 and came off the bench in the FA Cup as well. So just sort of slowly betting him into the team. Players on the out. Do we have anyone? I think it was just some loans moving through, so that's really it. Squad wise, we've got some unhappy players. That is because you can't see him at the moment, but go to dynamics here. Jose Carlos, he's back from his injury. I thought he'd be a little bit longer. I omitted him from the Premier League squad, but I've managed to squeeze him back in now. But everyone's still upset about that. So he's he's coming back to full fitness at the moment. His sharpness is quite a bit off, but he won't play Champions League. So, yeah, there's a couple of players there wanting to get in as well. So I don't know how that's going to work. But I did have to take out, where is he? Jose Njungang, which I think he's not registered for the Champions. So he's not registered for the Champions League. And now he's out of the Premier League squad, which is a bit of a blow. So it could be that he goes out on loan, maybe. He's not going to get homegrown at club. So maybe that's not a bad idea if we offer him out on loan as a, you know what, sort of an important player, I think. I know, regular starter, I think is good. And we see what happens there. Because, yeah, he's not going to play and he needs to play. He's not registered in either. So, anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Let's get into it. Possibly, I think, our strongest team with Yunus, Musa, Rashad, Guerrero, Lee, Krisic, Signoni, Alberts, Hasek, Galvez, and Bruchbol. Obviously not our strongest. Lafiti is suspended. But, yeah, see, last 5 games, really poor form. Alberts has been pretty bad. Maybe we should start bringing some of these other guys in, but we'll leave it as is and see. We should have enough with this team to get past Lille, but it is still definitely a must win game. I tell the boys we're favourites, and I'm going to give a little bit of extra pep talk for them. Make sure I've got to change the 2D off as well. That's something I always forget to do. Let's go to the classic director and just lower that down to that one. Right, that should be good. Start the game off with our customary encouragement, and we've got Lee with a throw in here now to Signoni. Signoni spraying a pass to Galvez, who heads it back into Hasek. Hasek now position under threat from McEwen this season because Hasek hasn't been great. That's why I brought him in. Signoni with a thundercracker, and it goes just wide here. Like I said, keep an eye on Inter and Celta there as well. Losses for those two would be absolutely bloody-tastic, because that would mean that the game against Malmo is a dead rubber. But instead, we'll just let Lille score first and make this extra difficult for ourselves. Loving it. Just noticed as well, Celta have gone ahead against Manchester City, which is ugh. And the goal scorer now, Capacho, for Lille making a break. He is an absolute giant of a man, just looking. Hasek in deep, trying to get the ball to Alberts, but just a little bit too much on it. We try and get the ball, get back, but we can't. Lille, but Krisic breaking up the play nicely. And Alberts has a pop. Arjen Alberts, what an absolute stunner of a goal. That is an absolute cracker. That is Champions League goal of the season, and possibly, that's almost one of the best goals that I have seen in Football Manager this year. And Krisic, Alberts here, just, oh my God, what a goal. That's what we need. Yes. I'm not going to yell anything as it is another highlight with the ball now. Let's capitalise on that great bit of individual brilliance from Arjen Alberts there, and hopefully we can then get another couple of goals and really shut Lille out of this. But Guerrero, that was a great tackle. Never a penalty, mate. Never a penalty. Musa now, Hasek. Krisic now, Signoni driving forward from that deep line playmaker role. Alberts over the top. His pass isn't great, but Galvez managed to get it, and Bruchbol skies it over. Should have finished that. He should have finished that. Just actually, what is Bruchbol's composure? I mean, surely it's good. It's 15. Decisions, anticipation. I mean, yeah, he should be putting that away. Anyway, whatever. Galvez with the ball now. Right up to the byline, drags it back. Signoni, that's a classic move then. That's a classic one. We couldn't get it on target, and encourage the boys. That's some really, really good play there. Half time, it is 1-1, probably slightly better. Hasek having a bit of a sinker in that shadow striker role. So glad that I did get old Corey McEwen in. It's going to be tricky to register him for Champions League, although being homegrown might be a little bit easier, but we will see. We're down to 9th at the moment. Celta are losing. It looks like Inter are struggling as well. Signoni now. Oh, Guerrero couldn't get his header on target. So Inter also losing. Paris moving up there. Let's win this game. Come on, so Vigo, Celta and Inter are drawing. Celta now losing. Inter still drawing along with us. Right, David Hassick now has picked up a little bit of a knock. Let's get him off ASAP. And Bruce Ball. Sonny Musa not having a good game either at right back. We'll leave him on actually, and we'll get who will we get on? We'll get Cheju on for Lee and move Krisic out to left back. Mario Signoni having a little bit tired, but playing okay. Just the three for the moment. Hopefully these guys, these young wonder kids that we have at the club, can go and do something special. We're going to change to attacking, and we're going to demand some more from the boys right now, as it is a little with the ball. Can they get some? A Looney. Looney was in a great spot. A Looney again with the ball. Oh, maybe should have went down there. But he's offside. I was just going to say, can Lille get a little bit of momentum back into their season and potentially go into the playoffs? I'm not sure if they can, but surely with 2 games left, 2 good wins would see them qualify for the knockout stage and then potentially go to the Europa League. I think that's how that works. Signoni now, Aluni, Galvez with a good chance. Rene Galvez. It's only his 3rd goal of the season, but it is massive, massive goal. Get in, Rene Galvez. Come on. That's what we're talking about. That is a play, an absolute classic. Right, let's get another one here. And then we can take some of these tired players off. Rashad now, back to Guerrero. Finds Krisic on the left, all the way back to the goal scorer. The Colombian tries to push forward. That's a good ball. Aluni can't quite get there. And Mbuemo for Lille, but it is Perron now down this left-hand side. Sorry, Musa now. Sorry, about that. A little bit of a sneezing fit. Signoni loses the ball as we push forward. Now it is high tensions. Possibly Signoni is looking like a substitution option. Oh my god, I wasn't even looking. I was looking down at my players and I missed that. Thank God that shot went wide. We've got some tired boys out there. Right, let's have a look. Let's get on the likes of everyone's absolutely tired. Let's get Adrian on. If he can play in that deep line playmaker role, we're going to get him on. Rene Galvez out on that right is tiring as well. Only one more sub that can be made. We're going to bring Beresford on there as the last sub for Alberts. And hopefully he can produce some of the magic he has produced this season with them. I think 3 goals and 4 assists in all competitions for the young Oldham youth player. That's a great ball. And Galvez, get in. He's got his 2nd. That's not offside. That's just fantastic football. Fantastic football. What was that, a Looney? No, it's Adrian here. What an absolute peach of a pass that is. That's the game. We've done enough. Not quite enough though to qualify. As you can see, we've got PSG, Lyon, and obviously I can't do maths because I was saying Inter might be out of it, but we've done a win, which is what we wanted to do, and now we're going to head into that Malmo game next. And once again, bit of a formality, I'm hoping. We should have enough to get past the Swedish Giants. But I'll see you after the Brighton game and for that Malmo game. I have to come back here. We've just had a meeting and the squad are all unhappy because I've sold Jose Carlos. Contracted to Oldham Athletic. They're all unhappy because I sold this man. I've sold this man. Look, he's just wanted, guys. It's not actually happening. I would just want to say you guys are idiots. My only response is that we've lost a good player. I mean, I don't know what to do here. I'm so confused. Do I tell them I'll be bringing in a replacement? And then, or do I just, like, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. can I just say, hey guys, he's just here. He's right here. They're like, no, that's not Jose Carlos. That's someone who dressed up to look like him. I'm like, no, this is actually Jose Carlos. He's back from his injury. I've actually registered him. He's ready to play. I've not even sold him. He's still here. I don't know what to do. Can I just ignore them? But I can't deal with this buffoonery. What the hell's going on? Okay, so no one's happy here. Let's go into the squad. Oh, this is awesome. I've just noted the club atmosphere is poor. Happiness. Okay, you're unhappy that I'm backing down to Jose Carlos. Oh my god, I've ruined everything. I've absolutely ruined everything with this. I've destroyed the team and morale manager. It's over. Right, it has been a long time since we've had all the hoo-ha. We've got the morale's getting better, but the players are still unhappy about me backing down to Jose Carlos, which is annoying because they're unhappy that he wasn't registered. Now they're unhappy that I backed down to him, and then they're unhappy that I've sold him when I haven't sold him. I don't know, but we beat Brighton 2-0. 2-0, 4-2. We beat them by a scoreline of 2. Corey McEwen getting a hat-trick. Is that his starting debut, was it? No, it wasn't, but, you know, I'll take that. 3 games for the club, hat-trick, job done. Signing off the season. As transfers go, not much else happening. I'm not crying, you're crying, okay? You're crying. Benny Couto is potentially leaving. He came to me and I just couldn't give in to him anymore. I couldn't tell him anymore that he's wanted. He's now going to leave. I promised to let him go on loan. He has got bids from these 3 clubs here. They do all include future fees. What I might do is I might just delay it until the transfer window shuts. I want him to get 300 games. The problem is that would be Reading, Leeds and Watford, which I don't think he could get there. I mean, he would have played over 300 games for the club, Champions League, Cup and whatnot. And he is going to start today in a bit of a rotated team with Yunus in goal, Musa Upamecano, Krisic as both centre-backs are suspended, De Guerrero and Rashad Kudo at left-back. Lafiti, Signoni, Beresford, Adrian Hasek and Aluni up front. Right, let's go and play Malmo and hopefully try and get a win. Oh, and I've had to put Joel Steravolo on the bench. Highly rated Australian youngster, 16 years of age. He is also incredibly tired, but, I mean, we've got a left-back playing centre-back at the moment. I mean, Chris can't play there, but he's very, very short. So, I mean, yeah, it's a tough one. It is a tough one, but hopefully we have enough to get past a Swedish Giants Malmo. That was the word I was looking for. I don't know why there was such a huge pause there. We have qualified for the playoffs, which is the top one here. I don't think Malmo have got anything to play for. They can't make it, but we just need to win. A win will see us qualify through and skip that knockout phase, which is basically what we want. We don't want to be, I mean, there are some good clubs in here, the likes of PSG, Inter, Man United, Aston Villa, Juventus, Milan. So we want to avoid all of them as much as we can. So at this stage, a draw is looking good, but you'd think we have enough as it looks like there's a handball from Zatterstrom. What a name, Zatterstrom. I love it. Yep. I haven't checked. Yep, definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty. There it is. I'm not sure who's taking. Hasek is going to take this penalty. So the number 10 with the green hairband. I don't know why hairband came out that weirdly. I was going to say that is an absolutely poor penalty, but thank God he's managed to get that in the back of the net, and that gives us a good 1-0 win. This is a huge stadium here at Malmo. Absolutely massive. But from the Malmo new stadium. So they must have built a new stadium at some point, because I doubt that's the name of their actual stadium in real life. Correct me if I'm wrong, because sometimes I am wrong. Benny Couto here in what could be his last game for Oldham. Maybe he gets the Reading, or is it Reading next? Maybe we get the Reading game next. I don't know if that's at home. The goalkeeper's come a long way out, and Aluni can't direct it on target, and it goes out. So yes, Benny Couto, it could be his final game. The 30-year-old Portuguese left back, all the way from the National League with us, all the way from the National League, through the dizzy heights he's made it, played Champions League football, won the Champions League. I'm sure no other player has ever done that in the history of football, gone from essentially non-league all the way to winning the Champions League and winning the Premier League. He's done it all, and he will forever be an Oldham legend. Krisic now. So we go all the way back to Eunice, who is miles out of his goal. Poor pass here, and we could be in trouble, but that's risks of playing out the back. Kuto, I don't know what we're doing here. Betty Kuto's like, just getting my passing stats up, boss. Just getting my passing stats off. Moose up, off, not off. Musa, come on. We've got to be a little bit better than that. I know it's half time. I know Malmo haven't offered much, but we should be about 2-0 up. Come on. Let's just keep this going. We don't want to bottle this. We don't want to bottle this at all. 6th place finish. We will take that hands down. Man City, Barcelona. Dortmund and Bayern absolutely destroying it at the moment. 24 to 21 points for those guys there. Collender now with the throw for Malmo. God forbid an equaliser. God forbid. I don't know what that would do, but I mean, God, we're quite lackluster sometimes. In some of these games, we seem to get a goal and we seem to then just sort of retreat into ourselves and we're like, oh yeah, we're done. And then we struggle to score a second, retreat into ourselves, and the opponents then seem to grab like a late equaliser or something. But hopefully not happening today. No, it was supposed to go in the back of the net. Beresford was offside there, so a draw actually would drop us down into 8th place with Leon. A loss could see us tumble out, as we're round about substitution o'clock time, and it is Signoni is obviously tired because the guy is always tired. Bring Cheju on. I was going to bring Cunha on, but no, Aluni not doing the business up front. We'll bring on Galvez up front, I guess. Beresford on the left, not looking good. You know what? Let's do this. And who else can we bring on? Anyone else we want to bring on? We'll bring on Cisse Filafidi because we want to keep these guys fresh for the league, because we are still needing to fight on all those fronts at the moment. It's getting really tight. We've got Norwich in the FA Cup 4th round, so championship team there. We should have enough to get past them. I was tempted to change to attacking, see if we can get another goal, but like a 1-0 win over Malmo is not at all encouraging. As we look to make a couple of final substitutions, everyone's looking all right. Kani Chukwuemeka can come on for Hattic. Could be his last game in an Oldham shirt as well. There is a little bit of interest in him. The only problem is losing Benny Kuto and Kani Chukwuemeka. Kani Chukwuemeka actually probably not too bad. I can get McEwen in Champions League squad, but Benny Kuto is going to be that homegrown at club player that we are going to lose. Musa Galvez, Rene Galvez, 5th goal of the season. He gets the goal. Great stuff from the captain Musa, and we have done just enough to get past Malmo here as well. Thought the corner was dealt with nicely, but Musa charged through, got the ball off the Galvez, and we do qualify in the top 8 of the Champions League. Well done, boys. Well bloody done. It's confirmation. We've qualified for the round of 16. We get a whole ton of money. Musa gets man of the match for his assist. Okay, all right, sure, great. Never had that happen before. Hammer Malmo. Not sure we hammered them. We had a lot there, but we just couldn't do it. I wonder when the draw is. That's always a good one to double check. Make sure. I always check, and it's ages away. Okay, it's Monday, and then we get squad registration as the window shuts. Kani Chukwuemeka wanted on loan. Is it time that Kani goes? I mean, no league games. 2 in there is probably, it's probably his time to go, I think. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. I'm sure we will be coming back for this is like going to sound like some sort of broken computer. I don't think Champions League knockout, round of 16 draw. First leg doesn't happen until March the 1st. So Actually, it's not that far away. Maybe it is Man City and the first leg. Maybe, oh God, that's a tough march. That is. We'll have an FA Cup in there as well. But anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed that video. If you're not yet subscribed, if you could, that'd be great. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.